Hello students, as already you have gone through the topic nutrition in previous video. Now in this video we will discuss different steps in the process of nutrition in animals. Now in different steps of nutrition it is divided into the 5 parts. First is ingestion. The process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. In most simple term, ingestion means eating of food by the animals. Next, digestion. The process in which the food containing large insoluble molecules is broken down into small water-soluble molecules is called digestion. We can say digestion is the dissolving of the solid food and utilized by the animal's body. Third step is absorption. The process in which the digested food passes through the intestinal wall into blood stream is called absorption. After digestion, the food molecules become soluble and it passes through the walls of our intestine and goes into blood. Fourth step is assimilation. The process in which the absorbed food is taken in by body cells and used for energy growth and repair is called assimilation. When food enters each and every cell with blood, it is used by cells for energy and other metabolic processes. Last step is egestion. The process in which the undigested food is removed from the body is called egestion. The whole food which we eat is not digested by our body. A part of the food which we eat remains undigested or insoluble, which cannot be used by the body. The undigested part of the food is then removed from the body in the form of stool. Now we will discuss how nutrition takes place in animals. Here we are taking example of amoeba. Nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular animal living in water. It takes in food by forming finger-like projection called pseudopodia and form a food vacuoles. Inside the food vacuoles, the food is digested and absorbed. The undigested food is then sent out through the surface of the cell. Amoeba has no mouth or a fixed place for the ingestion of food. Amoeba intake of food by using pseudopodia. The food is engulfed with a little surrounded water to the food vacuoles, which convert into the vacuole inside the cell. And in this vacuoles, digestive enzyme is present which help in the digestion. After digestion, this is absorbed by the cytoplasm. Digested food is absorbed by cytoplasm by the process of diffusion. And absorbed food material, digested food material directly goes in cytoplasm by the process of diffusion, which is utilized by the amoeba for energy and for growth and other metabolic process. Undigested food, because amoeba does not have any fixed organ to take out undigested food from the body, then this cell membrane work as a removing undigested food. This undigested food is come out by the cell membrane and this process is called egestion. You can see this diagram, all the 5 steps is taking place in the amoeba. First is ingestion, taking food, then digestion, which is taking place inside the vacuoles, and then absorption by the diffusion process. Cytoplasm absorb the digested food, and then absorbed digested food utilized by the amoeba cell, and undigested food material come outside from the amoeba body by the cell membrane. Now we will discuss nutrition in human beings. Nutrition in human beings take place in the digestive system. It is consist of alimentary canal and gland which produce enzyme which breaks down food into smaller molecule. The main organ of digestive system are mouth, and this is esophagus, also known as esophagus, and simple word we can say is our food pipe. Then stomach, small intestine and large intestine and anus. The main glands are salivary glands, gastric glands which is present inside the stomach, liver, pancreas and intestinal gland. Let us take it close view of the complete alimentary canal or digestive system of human beings. The human beings have a special organ for the ingestion of food. It is called mouth or buccal cavity. The food is put into the mouth with the help of hand. Mouth or buccal cavity contain teeth, tongue and salivary gland. The teeth cut the food into small pieces and grind it. Tongue make eating possible and it also tastes the food. The salivary gland in our mouth produce saliva, and saliva is a watery liquid. The saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase which digests the starch present in food into sugar. The digestion of starch begins in the mouth itself. The food remains in the mouth only for a short time. The slightly digested food called bolus in the mouth goes down to the food pipe or esophagus. When slightly digested food or bolus enter the food pipe, the wall of food pipe start contraction and expansion movement, and it is called peristaltic movement. The length of esophagus in adult is approximately 25 centimeters. This peristaltic movement of a food pipe pushes the bolus into a stomach. The stomach is a J-shaped organ present on the left side of the abdomen. The food is grind here with the help of a peristaltic movement. The stomach for about 3 hours. During this time, the food breaks down into still a smaller pieces and form a semi-solid paste, and this semi-solid paste is called chyme. The gland present in the wall of the stomach secrete gastric juices. The gastric juices contain 3 substances: hydrochloric acid, the enzyme pepsin, and mucus. Due to the presence of hydrochloric acid, the gastric juice is acidic in nature. The enzyme pepsin begins the digestion of protein present in the food to form a smaller molecule. The protein digestion begins in stomach. It means the first protein digestion is start in the stomach. In mouth we have discussed that here carbohydrate digestion is take place partially, and here partially the protein digestion is started. Now the protein digestion enzyme pepsin only active in presence of acid. Hydrochloric acid is other work to kill germs or bacteria which may enter in the stomach with the food. Mucus, which is secreted by the wall of the stomach, it protects the wall of the stomach from the hydrochloric acid or HCl. From the stomach, the partially digested food enter the small intestine. The small intestine is largest part of alimentary canal. It's about 6 to 7 meter long in an adult. The small intestine is very long, but it is called a small intestine because it's very narrow. The small intestine arranged in the form of a coil-like structure in our belly. The small intestine receives secretion from two glands, liver and pancreas. Liver secrete bile juice and bile, which is greenish in color, greenish and yellowish in liquid, and stored in our gallbladder, and it is helping the digestion of fat. Now pancreas, it is leaf-like structure, also known as a jewel gland, because pancreas secrete enzyme as well as hormones. Here pancreatic juice and bile juice mix with the chyme which come from the stomach in the portion of duodenum. The part of small intestine which connect with the stomach is known as a duodenum. Here the digestion is take place of fat and protein and carbohydrate. Pancreatic juice is a combination of amylase, trypsin and lipase. The enzyme amylase break down the starch. The enzyme trypsin digests the protein, and enzyme lipase break down the fat. The wall of small intestine contains gland which secrete intestinal juice. The intestinal juice contains a number of enzymes which complete the digestion of complex carbohydrate into a glucose, protein into a amino acid, and fat into a fatty acid and glycerol. Glucose, amino acid, fatty acid and glycerol are small water soluble molecules.